All right, now BOOZHOO, you want to give me a check 1 2, check 1 2? I'm just gonna check the levels here. Check 1 2, check 1 2. How does that sound? I think that sounds just fine. All right, Mamengwa, can you give me a check 1 2? Check 1 2, check 1 2. All right, reckon that'll be fine. Natasha, do you need a microphone? Okay, you're just gonna sit there and look pretty. All right. Okay, boss, I think we're ready. Okay, you want to give us like a little intro? I reckon I could. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Nana BOOZHOO. Hey, thank you very much. BOOZHOO ni Janashinabe Doog. Welcome to BOOZHOO Nana BOOZHOO. And I am Nana BOOZHOO. And today we're gonna talk about Amik, the beaver. That's our word for today, Amik, beaver. And this is a story about how Amik got his tail. Back in the days of the grandfathers, Amik used to have a big fluffy tail, and he was just proud of it. He would sashay through the woods, showing his tail off to anyone who would listen. He came up to Mukwa, the bear, and he was like, "Hey, Mukwa, check out my tail. Isn't it beautiful?" And Mukwa's like, "Oh yeah, that's a really nice tail." Amik says, "I bet you wish you had a tail like this." And Mukwa was, "Oh, you know what? That's a nice tail and everything, but my little tail suits me just fine." "Ah, you're just jealous," Amik said, and he turned on his heel and walked away. Well, pretty soon he comes up on Deg, the crow. And he says, "Hey, Ondeg, check out my tail. Isn't it beautiful?" And Ondeg looks at his tail and he says, "Oh yeah, that's a really nice tail. You must be very proud." And Amik goes, "Oh yeah, it's the most beautiful tail ever. I bet you wish you had a tail like this." And Ondeg says, "Look, that tail is good for you, but I like my tail just fine. It helps me steer when I fly." "Ah, you're just jealous," Amik said, and turned on his heel and walked away. And oh gee, he found himself just steamed. You know, you get like that. And he starts chewing on this tree, right? And normally Amik was really good at dropping trees right where they were supposed to go. But on this day he was distracted, thinking about the woodland animals who insulted him. And instead of having the tree fall forward, it started to fall backwards. In the last second, Amik was like, "Oh, what?" And he jumped out of the way. But he didn't make it in time. The tree landed on his tail with a smack. And he pulled out his tail. And now, instead of being all fluffy and beautiful, it was flat like a pancake. And he started to cry. And he goes, "Oh, Creator, Great Spirit, what have you done to me? Look at my tail." And the Creator, the Great Spirit comes down, Gitchie comes down, and he says, "You know, Amik, you did this to yourself. You know, by having so much pride and acting so ugly to your friends. You weren't paying attention and that tree fell on it. But here, let me tell you something. Sometimes, you know, what you think is a bad thing turns out to be a blessing." He goes, "Jump in the river." And Amik jumps in the river. And he starts swimming around, and pretty soon he sees that he's a great swimmer, better than ever before. And he comes up and he goes, "Gitchie, I don't know what to say." And Gitchie says, "Don't say anything at all, but just notice how your ugly behavior led to an ugly tail. But also how everything kind of works. You know, nothing is just all good or all bad. You can see the benefit in anything. And that is why Gitchie and that is how Gitchie became a Buddhist." Nah, just kidding. And that is the story of how Amik got a flat tail. I think that's the story anyway. That's how I remember it. Okay, well, you've been watching BOOZHOO Nana BOOZHOO. I'd like to thank my friends here, Anamush and Mamengwa and Natasha, for being here today. And that's all I got. So I will see you again. Gigawaba min, minawa. Hoa. Yeah, Amik and how the beaver got his tail. What'd you think of that, Mamengwa?
Oh, I don't know, it's pretty good.
And I'd concur with that too, sir. I think you did fine, just fine.